Hey, I'm here today to talk about hyperhidrosis, which is the medical term for excessive sweating. You can have hyperhidrosis of lots of different areas, your face, your hands, your palms, your feet, your buttocks, but the spot that most people are concerned about that come to me for treatment is their underarms. Men and women, they're wearing a shirt and their shirt gets pit stains, it ruins the shirt so it looks embarrassing. And the stimulus for sweat could be from heat or also from stress. The way your body reacts is the same. You have a signal that gets sent out by your nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, and then it sends a signal to your muscles, and you actually have tiny little muscles that surround your sweat glands. And when they get that signal, they contract and it makes the sweat pump out. So depending on the situation, they can be excessively strong and people can pump out more sweat. And that is why Botox or any of the neurotoxins will help. Because remember, the way tox works is it interferes with the signal between a nerve and a muscle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hijack that system so that, yeah, you're still gonna sweat a little bit, but you're not gonna sweat an excessive amount. And the way we do that is we inject under the arms. We usually use about, for women, it's probably 25 units of Botox for each side, so 50 units total. And you can use more than that. For men, I might use twice that, but I usually start with 50 total. And it seems like it lasts longer than it does in other parts of the face, because if you think about it, you're not sweating all the time. Those muscles aren't getting worked all the time, not while you're sleeping and not while you're just sitting around. It's not hot or you're not nervous. So I feel like the first time you get it done, you might need to repeat it after 3 to 4 months, but then people sort of get in a pattern, and it seems like it lasts more like 5 to 6 months. So people are getting treated about twice a year. And it's really simple, it's really quick, it lasts a long time, and it can really make a huge impact in your quality of life because you don't ruin shirts, and you don't have to buy like crazy deodorant anymore or any perspirants. You can just be like a normal person where, yeah, if you go to the gym, you're gonna sweat a little bit, but it's not gonna kind of define your life. So I'm gonna show how easy it is to have your underarms treated for hyperhidrosis. So Amy's right here. We've already cleaned all of her deodorant off, and I've already put some alcohol on her arm. And there's something you can do called the starch test, where you mix some cornstarch with some iodine to kind of see where people sweat, but I've never found that to be necessary. Most people know where they sweat, and they tend to sweat more where the hair is. And you can kind of see a little bit of hair stubble, or you can see these little glands right here, the little muscle glands where they have the bumps. That's where we're going. So I've got 25 units of Botox in here that I've added a little bit of extra saline just to increase the volume, so I have more volume to play with. And I'm just gonna inject just barely under the skin all around this area where she sweats. Just make tiny little blebs, 1/2 inch or so to 1 inch apart. Try to avoid if I see any vessels. And I'm gonna try to go kind of top to bottom here. More if I've got. It's not too painful. It's not an area that has a lot of nerve endings, so it's a little pinched, but Amy's also very tough, but this is not one of the more painful ones that we do. This one up here. And then what I do, unlike when we do tox in your face and we tell you not to rub, I'm gonna rub it because I really wanna cover this whole area. So I just kind of rub it in here, in that area. It does take a little longer for this to kick in because you're not targeting big muscle groups. So I would say more like 10 to 14 days. But again, I've had people tell me that at 6 months, they still have 80 to 90% relief. So it's something that really becomes a twice-a-year treatment and can really be life-changing for people who are affected by embarrassing hyperhidrosis.